Hi, Hiromi Gaidin. I'm Hiromi, they, them. I'm the creative lead for Scion, as well as writer and developer for many Scion titles and loads of other games. This is the Scion Showcase, where a bunch of writers and developers finally get to play the game we talk a lot about and cause chaos for each other in the process. We're coming to you from Snohomish lands. Um, well, my players aren't, but I'm the one streaming, and I'm into the Snohomish lands. So, uh, sorry to the indigenous people for settlers existing here. By the time this episode, hey, Hiromi from the future here. Scion God's backer kit campaign is live now, and you can go check the thing out. Past Hiromi can just stay frozen. Let's meet our players. Who are you? Who are you playing? And what did they do in high school? Like, what clubs and sports or criminal activities did they get involved in? Michaela.
I'm Michele Masola, he, him. I'm a freelancer for Onyx Path from Italy. I wrote for the Chronicles of Darkness, the World of Darkness, Scion, the Trinity Continuum, and I wrote and developed several books in they came from line. What did my character, Elena Torns Rappaccini, by the way, did in high school? I think that given their concept of punk poison ivy, it's likely that Elena did some gardening club. Makes sense. And probably got involved into protest for the environment, for the defending animals and natural features, or saving perhaps spots in the city that are like parks or gardens from being tapped over with cement, asphalt and stuff. So I think that's Helena in high school. And they likely did well with the classes they cared for and did really bad with the classes they didn't care for. And probably ditched them as things went forward.
Awesome. Elliot, who are you? Who are you playing? And what did they get up to in high school?
So my name is Elliot Freeman. I am a writer for Scion and a writer and developer for Exalted 3rd Edition. I am playing Beauregard Prescott. And as a theater tech with a million odd jobs, I'm pretty sure he probably was in theater in high school, in addition to probably anything like hands-on. Like, he was in the yearbook, he was on the paper, and annihilated everyone else's grade in all of the various shop classes and the technology class and home economics. Like, anything where he could actually put hands on something, he was just so.
Nice. And David, who are you? Who are you playing? And what did they get up to in high school?
Name's David Castro, they, them. I am a writer and developer for Onyx Path. I do a lot of Scion, a lot of Trinity, and I've touched a bunch of other games as well. I looked it up because I was interested. I am on Mantine Cock and the Nape lands. I am playing Damien De La Cruz, who his friend group was very much the like it club of high school. Very was like prom king, was leader of like future business people of America, that sort of thing. The sort of checklist that you do on like college applications. I probably lettered in something, some like sport that only matters if you go to like an Ivy League school, like I don't know, sailing or rowing or something, fencing, one of those like sports that only matter because the legacies still care about them.
When you started that sentence, I'm like, like tennis. And then you went way bougier. So good job.
Yeah. I know what I'm about.
So in our last episode, we had a bunch of possibilities, and the band decided that they needed to go kick Chort's ass because Chort is at the center of a lot of things, or more precisely, the Titan spawn of Chort. Because if you were actually running up against a full-on Titan as pre-visitation Scions, spoiler alert, y'all would get wrecked.
You wouldn't put it past you, though.
I like fucking with people, but like, you have to be alive for me to fuck with you.
Fuck with them, not fuck them over.
Yeah, exactly. So since you didn't have a direct lead on Chort's Titan spawn, you realize that Karen Jameson, who is very much a Karen, was also kind of at the center of this, so maybe she knew something. And she did and she didn't. Karen has information. Karen is not aware that she has information because she is way too self-obsessed for any of that information to go to you. As sort of a recap, Karen is the Titan spawn of Huracan, and she blew up the Boston Museum of Fine Art. I mean, kind of. It's still there. Many parts of it aren't. Finding her was important because, like, in addition to her being at the center of this, her, or more likely Chort pretending to be her, punched Helena across the whole US. Like, it was.
She is the like meat cute of the band.
Kind of, yeah.
We met. It was cute. It's fine.
And you'll have done enough legwork and research to be fairly certain that he's gonna be Chort, the Titan spawn of Chort is gonna be somewhere in the Boston area. Like, not necessarily right there, but he stole the star of Murugan. He distracted y'all in Boston. He tailed you from Boston. So if this isn't his base of operations, it's not too far. And you have no shortage of reasons to want to confront him, with the top two probably being that he killed a Rakshasa and blamed it on Helena, and he stole the Star of Murugan from the Boston Museum of Fine Art and blamed it on Mitch's friend. In order to get to where you're at now, he talks to Vincent the Hammer Carmichael III Esquire, who's Damien's ride or die lawyer. Between the Hammer and Adeline, who is BP's friend and relentless content creator, the band tracked Karen down to a warehouse in New Haven, Connecticut. And after talking with her for a while, they found and returned Karen's sword to her and learned that a suspicious looking man who is definitely a shapeshifter that sometimes has cloven feet, planted the sword on Karen and has been spotted a few times at the cafe near the museum where y'all were distracted while the Star of Murugan was stolen. So you staked out the cafe, and after about an hour, he walked in. He spotted Helena, tried to play it cool while he placed his order, and he did not spot the rest of you.
Ooh.
I think Jeffrey rolled really well to hide, and Elliot rolled incredibly well. Like it was like 6 successes, if I'm not mistaken.
It was a bonkers number of successes. Like both like I think Jeffrey announced, and I was like, it's a pretty good roll. And Elliot's like, pretty good, but not the best here.
Yeah, I rolled 7 to spot the shapeshifter, so we did things at the end of last session.
Yeah.
We did numbers.
Successes were had.
Indeed. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. He started trying to play it cool and then realized that Helena knew that he knew that Helena knew what was going on. It's like, well, so turns to Helena. Привет, брат. Меня зовут Богдан. Приятно познакомиться, Helena. Ты пажная деде? Ты пажная деде. Это хорошо. Очень хорошо. Which Helena understands.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of messing with their mind a little bit, because up until now, they had seen and they'd been around the Ukrainian population of Seattle, but like probably never learned any Slavic language. So hearing, hello, sibling, my name is Bogdan. It's good to meet you finally. You smell like uncle. You really smell like uncle. That's good. Very good. And well, how do you react to that?
Okay, Elena is rather confused because there's an emergence of Slavic shenanigans in their life they weren't prepared for lately, and it's starting to look like a pattern they don't want to talk about right now, but it's fucking them up, let's say it that way. So Elena has the attitude to reply to this sort of things. They often find themselves in situations where a little bit of quick wit and sharp replies help. But at the moment, I just think they're gonna kick a table on him and see what happens. It's like a moment of processing what's going on. Fuck it, and then kick a table and go like this.
All right, roll it.
We haven't had the chance to see Elena in their natural environment. It's just been a really tough couple of days for them. Would athletics plus might or close combat? I go for athletics personally, but it's.
I think either will work. I think it's probably more on the close combat side of things, because you're trying to be precise with it. If you were just like flipping a table and you didn't really care where it was going, then it would be more athletics. But honestly, he's probably close enough that either one will work.
Okay. Well, I'll gonna roll the bigger one and go for close combat. I'm not trying to take them out. I'm just trying to. It's the person who sent me across the continent with a table and basically introduce myself like that. Okay. Well, it's a big dice pool, so successes are to be expected. Okay, it's. Okay, I started with 5 and it became a 6. It's my big dice pool. It's 10 dice, so
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So before we get too far down this particular avenue, I want to explain tension, mainly to the audience, but also as kind of a refresher for everyone. So players have momentum, which is a shared pool that y'all can use to get enhancements or extra rolls or to activate abilities and all sorts of good stuff. Tension is the story guide's equivalent. It's kind of a pool that's shared between all of the shit that I can possibly throw at you. It's generally used to make things more interesting or to, well, I mean, I guess more interesting covers basically everything that I could do with it. And the tension pool starts off at the number of players, and it can increase depending on certain actions, such as overcoming a condition or handling a calling crisis. I think someone along the lines may have overcome a condition. None of you have suffered a calling crisis because, well, you don't have callings. So the good news is that there is no tension in the poll currently. The bad news is that's because I spent 3 to promote Bogdan from a rival to a nemesis. Which means he has to
go do that.
that's the main one.
Yeah. But further good news, as a nemesis, his defense is 4, and you rolled 6 successes to hit him. So you hit him, and you have 2 points to buy stunts with.
Yes, I'm just gonna push him further.
Okay.
Refresh my stunts because I have all the system bleed because they came from some different values in there. So it's all bleeding in my brain.
Okay. So that is shove, and
yes.
It costs 1 success to push somebody. Your might in meters. Are you spending both of them?
Yeah, let's push him 10 meters, yes.
All right. He was at the front part of a cafe in a major metropolitan area, which means that there are not 10 meters in this cafe.
I figured, yes.
And there sure as shit are not 10 meters in the part of the cafe you're in. So yeah, he's going through that window. You did not buy the knockdowns. Actually, would you like to buy, instead of 10 meters, would you like 5 meters and to knock him down?
Yes, sounds better.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
5 meters is still enough to throw him through the fucking window and into the street. But now he's on his face. So Damien BP were like kind of like and you noticed him come in, and because you were deliberately trying to stay out of sight, you may or may not have actually seen what happened, but you sure as shit saw the outcome. Because maybe you didn't see the table. You saw Bogdan fly right out that window.
Shit.
It is not a super crowded cafe. It's not the morning rush, but there are enough people here that there's a lot of screaming happening. And fun fact, Adeline has gone super Nimstagrammer mode and like
Nope.
Groans are out.
you're gonna have to stop her. Like
Well,
it
Damien,
is
while
like
that's happening,
a halo of
Ru-
cameras.
Sorry, people. I did it
Uh,
for the drama. I had to start the session the right way. I
Damien
did it for
runs
the
to the
audience. For the
wall,
audience.
pulls the fire alarm, and starts shouting at people to make their way to the exits. Uh, can this be manipulation and leadership to try and get all of the non-combatants out of the goddamn way?
It sounds a lot more like presence.
David knew that, but David was trying to get away with something and get 2 more dice out of here, despite the fact that I have perfect poise on, so I think I get 1 enhancement for doing this anyway.
Yes. Also, you're pulling the fire alarm, so I'm going to give you another enhancement anyways. So it's
Dope.
probably better than if you got the extra 2 dice. Actually, no, mathematically it is better.
Am I rolling the right amount of dice? Yes, I am. Enhancement works that you need at least 1 success on dice, right?
Yeah.
And I need at least an 8. I have no successes. So that's a great way to start. No ones though, so no botching.
Okay.
Just failed.
Momentum.
So you have an additional momentum.
Well, I wasn't around last session, so I don't know what the current momentum count is.
We have 4 at the moment with this one.
Okay, so now we have so we have 4. All right, got it.
What is BP doing?
I think when he sees Bogdan go flying out, his first thought is he's going to get away. So BP just throws himself into a tackle right as I'm basically going to do every GM's nightmare and ask, how do we do grapple rolls in Scion?
So in Scion, it's actually not that wacky.
Okay.
It basically just counts
as
a close combat attack. It's a specific category, but like it's not super wacky. It is, however, going to be agility and might, which may or may not be your best. But
athletics.
Athletics. Blah.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine with me.
Sorry, there's a typo in the fucking Scion Origin book.
Typo? No, never.
Couldn't be us.
Let's see. Do I have something for that? Three.
Would you like to spend momentum on this?
Momentum is I roll an extra die, right?
Yes. Technically, you have to add it. You have to spend it beforehand, but yeah. I mean, I don't fucking care. It's way more interesting to do it this way.
Honestly, no, I'm fine.
All right. So you.
Oh, great.
You kind of dash through the broken window and you grab him, but you don't really have like an effective grasp on him. Like you feel like if he tried to run away, you might have an opportunity to do something about that, but you are not otherwise controlling him at all.
Okay. Does it change anything that he's already prone?
You know what?
Crap.
Hey, it does.
Oh,
Being prone is a -1 penalty to defense against characters in clash range, and you are now in close range. It should probably be worded differently. In the next version of Scion, I will word that differently. I'm just going to add that to the list of things that I will fix at some point. But yeah, no, Bogdan has a defense of 4 normally, down to 3 because he's prone. You rolled 3. You are currently grappling, and the neat thing with that is that you can hurt him, which I assume that you are doing.
no, I don't think I'm going to hurt him yet. I just don't want him running away.
Do you want to inflict an injury condition without actually hurting him?
Oh. I probably should.
You can give him a sprained ankle.
Can I dislocate a shoulder?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm gonna need a separate notepad for this. This note is Bogdan's problems.
Oh. Our goal is to make sure that he has 98 more of those.
Okay, so
And we have almost everything at our disposal to cause him problems, except for one specific thing, but that's okay.
Oh, and I assume that Helena actually did damage.
Yeah, my intent was not to take him out or something, but just there, yes, damage.
Kicking someone through a window typically hurts them.
And dislocated shoulder is not one of the default conditions, so I'm going to make it up. It'll be +1 difficulty to anything that involves arms. And I'm trying to think what throwing a table at somebody would do. Fuck it.
Is causing pain not enough?
So like it's dealing damage, but like it's also inflicting some kind of condition, and like there's no obvious condition for what getting hit with a flying table would do. So I'm just going to pick the one that meta wise is more fun, I guess. Currently showing some signs that it's not in the greatest place physically. Still plenty of fights in Bogdan, but you feel like this might be winnable. It is not going to be easy. That is a high defense, especially for y'all, but I'm going to assume that Mitch is helping Damien get people out of the cafe safely, because that seems like a very Mitch thing to do.
Yeah.
And Bogdan pulls a fucking knife. and makes the universal sign of "come at me, bro." Except in this case,
Isn't he
it's
being held?
"come at me, sibling." Yes and no. Like, actually, oh, sorry. With the change in defense, Beauregard actually has an amount of control over this, which is good and bad. I need to find out if his weapon has the grappling tag, because if it doesn't, he can't actually use it and will actually need to grapple you back.
They don't.
Yeah,
Concealable,
no.
lethal, melee, and thrown.
All right, then he has it out. It is not useful, but that doesn't mean that things are over. Let's see. I moved all of those things over here. All right, I'm going to re-roll that because when I set up the dice pool, it arranged itself into a ridiculous number of successes. So I'm definitely re-rolling that, and that might be better. I need to re-roll some 10s. Okay, neither of those 10s are gonna do anything. BB, you are being attacked. What if anything would you like to do about that?
Oh gosh. So we're in the grapple, right? Or
yeah. Standard defense is 1, and you can actually you can't full defense because you ran up and grabbed him. But you can reflexively roll one of your resistant attributes and buy a defensive stunt.
so it can be any of our resistances? Or does it need to be stamina?
It's probably going to be stamina if you can lawyer your way into one of the other two. I will listen and see if it makes sense.
BP's entire thing is being like so perfectly composed with this kind of weird bullshit because his whole life has been haunted by monsters and cryptids and Slenderman delivering him pizzas. And really, when you've got a knife coming at you, being able to think clearly is probably pretty helpful.
I'll allow it.
It's horse shit, but I'll allow it. Oh no. I have 1 success from that.
So the bad news is that is the same amount of defense that you would have automatically. You are going to get hurt.
That's fine. I guess I'm going to get hurt.
And okay, he can't do that because he is not currently in control, but that would be hilarious if he did. So yeah, you are going to take 1 damage, and he breaks free.
Okay. What kind of injury is it?
I should make a cheat sheet of this. Or I guess just scroll. They're only like 4 pages apart. I am gonna say he bruises your ribs a bit, which is going to be -1 defense. So
Yep.
for further problems are, or sorry, further attacks are going to be more of a problem.
Gotcha.
This is in the bruised category, just to clarify. So yeah, no, there's kind of an initiative order without having formally rolled it, just because y'all had prepared to do a thing, and Helena seized the initiative. So Helena, what would you like to do? You threw bolt down through the window, and BP is currently fighting, and now
Okay.
Bogdan has a knife out.
That the knife is the problem because we are origin tier, and the knife is a big deal for us right now. So I think Elena's intention right now are to, well, let's skid out of the broken window and try to take the knife out first and foremost.
Okay.
Not necessarily grab the knife myself, but take it, even kick it out of Bogdan's grasp would be my intention. Okay, so I'll try and see what happens there.
Yeah, so that is definitely close combat.
Not as good as before, but I managed to get sorry, 3 successes.
Okay. Would you like to spend momentum?
He has defense 4 right now because he's not prone anymore, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna, if my partners in crime agree, I'm gonna spend a couple of momentum.
Does the -1 to arms help here?
It does not. It is not actually a -1. It is a +1 difficulty.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we have 4. I'm gonna spend 2 and see what happens.
Yep. Sounds good.
I got 1, so that gets us to 4.
All
Not
right.
more than that, but can't always roll preposterously.
Okay. So disarming is a 2 success stunt. So you don't get to disarm unless you have an enhancement that we've forgotten about. Okay. Then you just hurt him, and
yeah, I'll kick his arm and see what happens next.
Bruise him. Bruise his ribs. He'll hate that.
Yeah.
I've had those. Those suck. I've had bruised ribs. They're not fun.
Yeah, I don't know if the attack I announced works for bruised ribs, but perhaps there's sprained ankle, so I attack an arm. What about something
Sweep the leg.
that is difficulty to attack the others? One. It's not.
I mean, he already has a +1 difficulty to attack because BP dislocated his shoulder.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to go with the bruised rib.
Works for me.
I
It's
I'm glad
helpful.
that
I
you
just
still have
didn't
your
know.
audio because I think your video is frozen.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was just me. Oh,
There we
there it
go.
is.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it froze. Everything froze for a while. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Probably my connection is being funny about tonight.
The
Yeah.
internet is the internet. So yeah, you try to disarm him. He's sort of like swings the knife. You have to duck out of the way, and you just give him a good kidney punch. Except you're fucking Helena Thorne Strappaccini, so a kidney punch from you fucking hurts. I believe Damien is next in the order, and if that's not true, then I don't fucking care. You can go ahead.
As much as every fiber of my being is telling me to like pick up a chair and go like full WWE on him, I have absolutely nothing in athletics or close combat, so I am not going to do that. And I have 1 dot in might, so you know, this is not a good plan for me. What I can do is, if this makes sense, try and pull on. I'm gonna like pull out my smartphone and do quick research to find out. Because while kicking Short's ass was the idea, I always thought it was more of a metaphysical thing, more of a metaphorical thing than going to Pound Town with a spawn of Short.
Raising.
I said what I said. So
What are you trying to accomplish with the
look,
research?
Having something to tell the 2 punchy punchers, like, hey, go for the, I don't know, hooves or whatever.
Okay.
Or a grab some silver or whatever, like something like that.
Okay. So that definitely sounds like a cult. And
Oh, and intellect?
yeah.
That's my
Because
big 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not cunning because you don't have time to be cunning at a search.
Yeah, no. And I'm gonna take a enhancement for my magic specialty in academics.
Yeah, that is appropriate.
Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, and a 10. So let me re-roll that 10. That's a 7. So no. That's 3 plus the 1 enhancement. So 4 successes.
Nice. All right. Trying to think what a classical weakness of Short's might be, because the real world lore on Short is all over the fucking place. There are tales where Short is a singular entity. There are ones where there are many Short. Fuck it, I'll just make something up that seems appropriate. Literally kick his ass. He has it. Short has a whip-like tail, and that's relatively consistent within folklore. So Bolgun does not have a tail, at least not a visible one, but literally kicking his ass seems like it would be canonically appropriate to being bad for him.
So what I'm going to convey,
Mhm.
what I'm going to convey after I look all this up is I put my hands around my mouth and shout, "Kick his ass!" It is what
Yeah.
you told me.
It is what I told you. So what this will effectively do is provide 2 additional successes for the purpose of buying stunts.
Okay.
And unfortunately, it is his turn. And he is gonna back up because having 2 people in his face is not a thing that he enjoys. And he has a knife in his hand. And all of this sudden, the blade of the knife is shooting out at Helena. He's shooting a knife at you. You may or may not have been aware that that was a thing, but you know it's a thing now.
Sure.
Like Zelda style? Like he's got...
He is not full head to do that.
However,
For clarity's sake, does this mean the blade is the projectile or the knife got longer?
the blade is the projectile.
Got it. Okay.
For sort of visual reference, this is a ballistic knife. It is a real thing that exists, and the KGB have used this. It is a knife with a big fucking spring inside the handle, and it can launch the blade.
This is weird KGB stuff.
Yeah. This is a spy weapon because he's a fucking trickster.
Checks out.
So the good news is his shoulder is dislocated, +1 difficulty. His ankle is sprained and he moved, +1 difficulty. The bad news is it has a +2 enhancement. They cancel each other out.
Assuming there is a success on die.
There are.
Okay.
Helena, you are getting attacked. You have a defense of 1 right now, and
yes.
you can roll stamina, or bullshit me into another stat, but I think you probably want stamina.
No, I'm gonna roll stamina. It's free, and let's see what happens. Nothing, so let's put it away.
All right. Well, the good news is that rolling nothing on defense is the exact same thing mechanically as rolling 1. So for viewers, the defense for players characters, Scions, is 1, and you can't lose it. So if you roll a 0 or a 1, you still have a defense of 1. The problem here is that Chort rolled 2. So
No.
Helena is getting hit again. Do you have more bruised boxes? You probably do. Yeah. You have stamina 3, so you have 2 bruised boxes. So
Also, you're still on mute.
Sorry. Yes, I do have 2 voice boxes and a microphone that wasn't working before.
Yeah.
I'm taking my damage.
Yeah. So you have a knife. You have a knife blade in your calf, which is effectively the same thing as a sprained ankle. So +1 difficulty to actions on the same turn that you move. And and he can't buy any stunts that are any fucking good. So it just hurts. It just hurts. And
makes sense.
Yeah, I'm like looking at the stunts, and I'm like,
Nah.
Can't crit hit. You don't have a weapon to disarm. He cannot knock you down with one extra success. Nah.
Okay.
It just fucking hurts. And
hey, it's 2 levels at Origins. It's not a small damage. It hurts.
Mitch is doing a phenomenal job of getting folks to safety. And BP, you're up. Helena did not take an arrow to the knee, but they did take a knife to the calf, which is not much better.
So BP very briefly like turns and sees that, and you can see just like the mask of composure, just a little crack comes in with just a little twitch in his eye. And then he turns back to this person who's just hurt one of his new friends and just like throttles forward as hard as he can to, as we have been, vehemently instructed, beat his ass.
Just so that you're aware, I don't think it's going to change your action at all, but it might change the demeanor in which you engage this action. The blade is in Helena's calf, but there's another blade on the knife that he's holding now.
I mean, at that point, if he can shoot knives at us, then in for a penny, in for a pound, whether you're near or far.
Near, far, wherever you are.
It's true. Come on. Oh, no. So I am from athletics, stupidly strong, just insanely strong. And also, as I discovered for myself, unarmed attacks have the melee keyword, which gives 1 enhancement on close combat. So that brings me to 4.
All right, and his difficulty is his defense is down 1 from Helena's rabbit punch, which means you can do damage, inflict an injury condition, and you have 1 success left over. Are you just clocking him, or are you grappling him again? Oh, sorry, you specifically said close combat, so you are clocking him.
Yeah. Yeah, looking at close combat, because I've only got the 1 left over, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh, wait, no, sorry. Because Damien made Bogdan's weak point flash for you. You have a 2 enhancement to buy stunts, which means you have 3 successes to fuck him up with.
Oh, he's definitely getting disarmed then. And then the damage from just getting cold cocked and like grab 1 arm, punch up while it's happening so that I can use leverage to get it out. And then is that 2, or do I still have 1 left?
Disarm is 2, you still have 1.
Then let's also knock him down, because he's just, he just had a bad trip.
In the future, I will also put conditions and attack stunts slightly closer.
C'est possible.
Because the ranged table does not need to be in the way of this. Anyway, yeah, you said that you were hitting his wrist and then bit of an uppercut. Yeah. Bogdan is now concussed. Is not going to is probably not going to affect a lot of things right now, but it is gonna fuck him up a bit.
What you didn't know is that he played rugby in high school, so he's already has his fair share of concussions, and now we're on problematic standing. Good job, Elliot.
Adeline is now like sort of perpendicular to all of this, getting a nice sort of profile action. And I was not kidding about her having a halo of cameras. Like, it is, you know how like peacocks sort of fan out their tails and there's a bunch of eyes? Same idea, except each of the eyes is a camera. Like, you knew that Adeline was a kind of magical, and now it's on full display.
Well, peacocks have an association with Greek mythology. She's a nymph, and the Elliot has things that way. So,
yeah.
Helena. Wait. Yes, sorry. I'm like, wait, I didn't write down the initiative order. Is Helena next? Yes, Helena is next.
I think. Okay.
You just got stabbed, and it was by some distance, which is fucking annoying. But
okay. We discussed this a little bit before, but Elena has been hurt in the past because her being an environmental activist is more on the side of eco-terrorist thing, so they find themselves into bad situations, and so stabbed is in the realm of the things they face, not from a spring-loaded knife, that's new, and not from a shapeshifter. Since I think being entertaining is always the way to go when doing this sort of stuff, this isn't, I mean, Elena is still shocked right now. It's not an ordinary situation, no matter how you look at it. And they are scared in a sense. They are also very angry. So is there some broken glass right now around us?
Absolutely.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do a potentially stupid but really cool thing, is to grab a piece of glass and attack the short titans.
I will immediately give you a +1 enhancement for stupid but cool.
Oh, it's my way. It's my way to go.
A even more stupid and more cool
to remove the knife
that you were doing.
Yeah, I know, but remove the knife is more on hero level for Elena, the way I see it. I thought about that.
Okay, I was like, pull knife out, stab with it is always very cool.
Yeah, it's really cool, but Elena is still a mortal the way I see them right now, so that's a little bit up there. The Shoryuken is pushing things, and we already went there. So
you gotta get you a visitation so you can get a Hadouken.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a piece of glass and use that as a improvised knife. I will move, so I have +1 difficulty, but he has -1 for the ribs, so that's basically set the difficulty to 8 at 4, if I'm not mistaken.
And he's prone.
Yeah. Oh, he's prone. So that would be 3. Okay, let's see what happens. I do have.
Also, I thought you said you were throwing the knife. Oh, sorry,
No,
you're throwing the class.
No, I'm not throwing. I'm
Okay.
going there. So it's 2 announcements thanks to Damien, and 1 thanks to you being cool about me being cool. And
It's
dumb
one
and
more if it's
awesome.
got the melee tag.
oh, so okay. Let's see what happens here.
I think we top out at 3 enhancements, though.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Okay. Give me a sec, please.
I like the way that sounds. Bogdan probably doesn't.
Hiromi laughs
What?
in Storyteller.
Sounds like you have to do math now, and I like it.
Okay. With the enhancements in, that would be 11.
I'm sorry,
How
did you just say
about-
fucking 11 successes?
What?
Out here rolling as if we're playing Shadowrun over here.
What the fuck?
Did you take an excellency?
How many
I
dice
ro-
did you roll that you
I start rolling by
then
I
add
start
3
rolling,
and get 11? What the-
I roll 10 dice. That's
When did this become
I got 10.
exalted?
That's my
Exalted or
secret power as
Shadowrun,
a
one of the 2.
developer. I've just been
Okay. What do you want to have happen? Because this fight is over.
I do
No
have
murder.
the melee tag, so that's 12. Thanks, Elliot. You're right.
And yeah, so
Okay. Well,
pull
let's
off 3
start with
successes
critical.
to pull off 3 successes for the difficulty. You have an additional 2 for the purpose of buying stunts. So you have 10 successes to buy stunts with, which might actually be every stunt.
Snicker snack is what I hear.
So
Yeah.
let's
Off
start
with
with
his head.
critical, and
Yeah.
that's 4 for critical.
Mhm.
That's
shove them back 6
I
times your
don't
might
know.
directly into the ground.
Or
yes,
up.
let's push him into the ground.
Do you want to
Air
knock
juggle.
him up instead
Air
so that you
juggle.
can Shoryuken on your next action?
No, I'm gonna stab him really hard into the ground, in the sense that he goes like 2 times my strength into the ground, even if that doesn't crush anything, but it's still 10 meters of kinetic force into the ground. So that's 6
There's a
successes.
crater around his body.
Okay.
Saga.
I don't. Let's blind him.
Okay.
For the pain or something. It's 7. Knock down. It's obviously down. So
Yeah, already
no.
there.
No, let's not knock down because he's already down.
there.
Let's
already down.
sunder him. His gear is out.
Sure. Yeah,
Let's put a pox on his family, whatever other nonsense.
He's going to wake up in a cold sweat for the next 10 years with Helena's face. You are now his sleep paralysis demon.
Well, I'm good with
Is
that.
there a stunt for PTSD? Because that's where we are now.
I'll impose it as a condition.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah.
Post Elena Rappaccini's traumatic disorder.
Post Thorns.
Post Thorns, it's perfect because it's right PTSD. And I
Yes.
still haven't used my name of Thorns with the others because that didn't rise. The opportunity that didn't rise. So let's go at it as the first time Elena actually uses their battle name in here. And since he introduced himself with me as Bogdan and say, I smell like my uncle. And I remember distinctly the last time when he said, nobody is gonna believe me when he killed the Rakshasa. So I'm gonna stab him really hard into the ground and say, my name is Thorns, and you better believe this one piece of shit. Drop the mic and
Girl. Damien in the background quietly goes, "World Star."
As you're stabbing and saying that, a second voice kind of comes out at the beginning of that, and like it is your voice. You are saying it, and at the same time you're saying, "My name is Thorns." You are also saying "Menyas of Thorns," which means the same thing. And
one of my favorite tropes in fantasy, especially like urban fantasy, is the moment when a character says, "I don't speak language here," in that language. It's my favorite thing. I love it.
Okay.
So you like pin him to the ground, and in the process of doing so, crater him into the ground. Deliver your a fuck you. Drop the mic, which is also a shard of glass, and the street's empty. Damien, BP, Helena's kind of translucent right now. Helena, you see no one here. It's the same street. There is no crater. There is no Bogdan. There's no glass. The cafe looks actually better than when you showed up. It's still empty, but it looks like the idyllic form of the cafe. And you hear bears, and you know they're brown bears. You've heard this kind of bear before.
Okay.
Kind of rotating out of the earth, as though your frame of reference just kind of shifts on its side. You see about 6'6". Sorry, what the fuck is that in meters? 2 meters. Fuck it, whatever. 2 meters. I'll look it up later. 2 meters tall, just like beefy, but like beefy but lean doesn't really make sense, but it's kind of true. Huge beard and a giant smile. Just looks, you would think that he would look down on you just from the height, but no, he's looking you level in the eyes, and it's just like, my child, you have not done what I thought you would do. You have done something better. Do you know who I am?
I do have a feeling, even if I didn't ever talk about this with the others.
You, in addition to your feeling right now, you remember in real time, like 3 or 4 months ago, when a voice was whispering to bet more. Same voice.
Okay.
And you know I am. You know who you are now. You are not. Actually, sorry. I need to check your character sheet. You're chosen, yeah?
No, I'm born.
Oh, then, yeah. I do not need to maximize that window. You're my child. It's your life from here only gets more complicated, but I have faith that you will find your way through these challenges. I would ask that you be a little more tricky, but I can't argue with results. That cheerful, ridiculously proud voice and laughter just sort of echoes in your mind as the entire world just sort of flips upside down. Like you're standing still, the world rotates around you as though it has gone from day to night. And you're back in the street, and you have one legend now.
Oh, someone just got their visitation.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll handle statistical changes at a later point, maybe later this session, maybe next session.
We'll all the stuff from stats to birthrights can wait. I don't want to steal the whole session from everyone, so works for me.
Yeah, so Damien and BP saw Helena go translucent and then just like freeze, like they were a hologram for a sec. And now they're opaque and moving around, and they look taller. You don't think they're actually taller, but they look taller anyways.
I walked through the glass. I was still in the cafe. This outfit does not do stabbing and gun knives, or knife guns, whatever. And sort of just look from, this dude is dead, right? Or just knocked out. Okay, so I go,
so mechanically, he's taken out.
Okay.
How you want him taken out is kind of up to Helena.
I didn't want to kill him, just to knock him out. Rather, him being taken out and then being able to remember that I kick his ass was hard.
So I look from him to them to him to them, and go, stabbing looks good on you. And then I sort of give like that like soft like kick to the guy's shoulder. That's right. So that I can feel like I did something, because Damien does not feel like he did anything.
You gave +2 successes for buying stunts, which that helped. What's BP doing?
BP just kind of walks over, kind of taking things a little gingerly since he's got his ribs all nice and bruised, and looks down at the guy and then over at Helena and goes, "Are you okay?"
I've been better, and I think something big happened, but we'll talk about after I get this knife out of me. Okay.
Fair. Do we need to do something about him since don't the Rakshasas still want him?
They sure
They sure
do.
do. Jinx.
Dibs on not cutting the head off if that's a thing we have to do.
So important things. Actually, let me. Everyone can give me culture plus composure.
Culture plus composure.
I know it's a weird roll, but do it anyways.
Does my perfect poise come into effect here?
100%.
Okay.
Absolutely. All right, so Helen and BP are fixated on the fact that there is a cratered Titan spawn in front of them, which, all right. Damien realizes this is a major metropolitan area that just exploded a little bit, and there was a knife fight in the street. There are a lot of witnesses, and people are bleeding in the street. Also, it's a major metropolitan area, and you're fighting in the street. There are cars. None of them are using their horns right now. They thought about it, and then they were like, "Oh, no, not using my horn." In a few seconds, the cars behind the cars who can't see what happened, they will start honking. But the ones right up front that are there, they are not honking their fucking horns because they want none of the smoke.
What Damien does is undoes his belts, like pull it out and hands it to Thorn. I heard that. Thorn, tie him up. We gotta go. We can't stay here.
Yeah, that makes sense. Let's go.
Also, video game logic. Thorns still has a knife in their calf. Doesn't hurt. You can go ahead and erase that injury condition. You still haven't said that you pulled the knife out yet, so you still have it in your fucking calf. But there are no ill effects from it. Also,
yeah, I planning to remove it safely, but things are weird because weird things. So I'll remove it along the way, I guess.
Yeah, when you pull it out, it just kind of evaporates into mist. Also, there's a relic ballistic knife on the ground if you want it.
No, I'm gonna grab it, but I'm not gonna claim it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I'll take it. I mean, what?
I'll put it on the table, on the metaphorical group table for later.
Okay. Because BP had previously strenuously and over multiple times told Addie to not go live. She has not gone live and is not covering the picking up of the body or what the body, and is currently frenetically blurring all y'all's faces. But
she's about to
like,
vibrate into a different plane with just anticipation.
Yeah, like that when you look at her after everything is settled, the peacock arrangement of cameras has gotten larger. There are not more cameras. It's just wider, giving a much better view of the situation. You probably don't have the skills to know this, nor do you probably care to know, but she has enough cameras that she could make a 3D rendering of the scene, and she will. Like this is going to be like a VR post. You can stand there and watch the fight happen. You can like put on a fucking headset and you can be in the fight. It is going to be just the biggest video on Instagram of the day, whatever day you allow her to fucking post it. You pile into Mitch's truck. Mitch wants to take care of everyone's injuries, and is kind of shocked to realize that Helena does not actually have an injury, but BP got hit, and you have a human Labrador retriever just sort of like fixing you up.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine.
So many ace bandages. So many ace bandages.
You pile into the truck and you get the fuck out of there. And we'll have a brief break because that was wild. But it's pre-recorded, so we'll be back right about now. All right. So we started off with Bogdan talking a slight amount of trash in Russian, and we ended that scene with Helena fucking cratering him into the ground and talking a little bit of shit also in Russian. Also, Helena is now a heroic tier Scion, and Jeffrey's not here to play Mitch, but knowing both Jeffrey and Mitch is losing his shit. Like, he is just like the proudest, happiest, like he's not thrilled that y'all got punched and stabbed, but could not be prouder. So you're in the truck. I assume that Bogdan is in the bed of the truck because, man, he is laid the fuck out and probably bleeding a little bit.
Good.
So important question, where are you going?
We should be driving back towards that dope house that was definitely larger on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So we can deliver this asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah. Headed off to Salem. I think she's in Salem. She might have been in a suburb of Salem that I didn't write down. or wrote down long enough ago that doesn't
That sounds
matter.
right.
Doesn't matter. I'm okay, sorry. I was processing shit in my head real fast, and was going to ask if anyone had searched him, except Helena sundered something. And I'm going to say that the force of this like anime fucking flashing bolt of lightning stab broke his pockets, which, you know, seems strange, but also, hey, Star of Murugan right there. So
We're gonna let Mitch hold on to that.
Oh. Yeah.
And yeah, you're off to Salem. I need to figure out what the authorities are doing, because they have new reason to be at that exact same fucking block. But they're mortals, so
I'm gonna pull up on my phone whatever the Scion world version of Waze is. I imagine it's named after some transportation deity.
probably,
But
but
weird.
also Damien knows enough about getting away with criminal shit to also have a police scanner on his phone.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely have that. I have had that before, just because it was fun to have. So I can definitely say which streets not to go down and get some guidance around stuff, as I'm definitely have Liminal as my only calling I have now.
Yeah,
So
Liminal's a good calling to have right now.
yeah, so I'm gonna help us get around and such. I think that would be cunning technology.
Yes.
Cunning technology it is. That's 3 plus. Cunning is another 4. That is 4 successes with 2 10s. 5 successes.
Y'all are like Vegas today.
Well, listen, I failed that first roll. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Not only do you form a path out of Boston that you think is safe, you are 99% positive that it is safe, because you have like several points of data showing where cops are going and where they're at, and between your tech skills and a super plugged in to cameras everywhere Nimstagrammer, you actually spot Agent Williams headed there in a way that you can just go around. So like, you know that Agent Williams is responding to that many 911 calls, but it's not going to catch you today, or at least not now. Maybe later. Definitely not now, though.
Good.
All right, I can be fate bound now. I need to be careful.
You sure can.
Oh dear.
Yeah, buddy.
I'll stay in the truck.
For viewers, fate bindings mean that a character has someone tied to them in a way that is complicated. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not. And usually they're a tool for players to either create future problems for themselves in order to overcome something now, or just for story guides to mess with the characters. And the reason why that's important now is, and only to Helena, is because the number of fate bindings that a character can have is equal to their legend. And Helena has 1. Everyone else has 0. So Helena has fate chasing them.
Well,
But in the meantime,
like a mom with a chancla.
yes, fucking heat-seeking chancla.
Technical chanclas.
So yeah, you make the hour and change drive to Salem. I think that's what we established the distance was before. I'm not going to look it up right now because I don't feel like it. But you, as you first start to arrive to the
Rakshasa mansion.
before you even get to the mansion, before like you arrive at, it's not really a neighborhood, but it's kind of a neighborhood. It's just that it's very broad and very disgustingly wealthy. You spot many beautiful, well-dressed people just sort of lock onto the truck. There's like,
Whoa.
You do not need to make an empathy or an occult check here. They are 100% Rakshasa, and they 100% know who you are. None of them appear hostile, but you have had hostile encounters with Rakshasa in the not very distant past, like 12 hours ago. Well, ish.
It's been a very eventful week.
Very eventful past 2 days. Two of them kind of bar your way up the driveway, which looks less snake-like now. It's still windy, but it no longer looks like it's actively trying to fight physics.
I roll down the window, poke my head out. We're here to see the lady about a head.
Give me persuasion and presence.
I can do that. Though my manipulation is better. Does my perfect poise come into play here?
It's not that stressful.
Okay. That is 1 success, but that success is a 10, so 1 success.
It's good enough. It's not terribly challenging. It's just that you never mind, doesn't matter. The head, is it yours?
No,
And
it's this asshole's back here. It's still attached though.
as soon as you say that, they get real interested. They were just going to like walk with you, like walk with the truck up to the mansion. Now they're super excited and they run up to the truck and look at Bogdan,
Who is tied by my belt.
If you wanted to tie him up more, you definitely could have, because
Did we have time to stop for like zip ties?
Mitch has a toolbox in the bed of the truck, and
Listen,
all of you
I
are
am-
Scions, so
Yeah.
there's chains and rope, whatever.
Listen, I am
Don't threaten us.
I am a liberal coastal elite. I don't know what's in a toolbox. I don't know what is commonly in such things.
So because this is a game, and especially because this is Scion, whatever tools you might need to have are probably in there. Like that there's not going to be like a logic analyzer or a soldering iron in there, but like if it's
It is definitely duct tape, but the brand is Fenrir chain duct tape.
yes,
And that's what we use to tie him up. I now have my belt on because I'm a respectable person.
that checks out. Yeah, they are real excited, and there's probably a little, like a gleam of too much excitement, especially because there's a lot of wounds on Homeboy. It looks like the two of them are going to hop up into the truck. Does anyone make any move to stop them?
I do.
Okay.
Hey, we don't know until this is transferred to her. This is still ours. We maintain that boundary. Let's go.
If I can add some announcement to David, I'll just stare at the Rakshasa and remind that I punched one across the room the last time. And so I'll just hump him up as much as possible.
Okay. Give me, sorry, David, give me your choice of leadership and persuasion, and actually presence or manipulation will both work here.
Manipulation and persuasion is what I'm going with.
Okay, this is an opposed roll, and
Those perfect poise of apply here.
I'll say
If they yell at-
yes. And Helena's giving you a 1 enhancement for being like, fuck with us.
I wish a fool would. That is so far 3 successes, but 2 of them are 10s, so that is now 5 successes. 1 of them is still a 10. 5 successes plus the 2 from the 2 enhancements of 7 successes.
All right, so not only are they not only have they changed their mind about getting into the truck, there is now a +2 atmosphere of respect.
Can I call this fast talking into a place?
Yes. Yes,
That's
you
a-
can.
That's my short-term deed.
Speaking of deeds, was Helena's long-term still fuck over a CEO? Because you did.
I did it. Okay.
I think the plan was originally to be more metaphorical and social about fucking him over. But Bogdan did own a company, and you have fucked him severely.
Yeah, that counts.
That counts.
Okay, I'll take that.
I don't remember what BP's long term was.
Was get a straight answer out of monsters for once.
That might happen.
Yeah, I figured it might.
Like,
We still need to interrogate Bogdan.
My long-term deed might still happen too. Guide his soul to their underworld. If this goes a certain way.
Yeah, no, all of these may happen. So yeah, like you feel like there's no need to actually like metagame this. You actually feel like an aura around the grounds of mutual respect. Like, you may or may not respect the Rakshasa, but you do respect Mrs. Nadar. And now
the rules.
It goes the other way too. Yeah, they accompany you, but it's kind of like the Secret Service jog alongside the limo type deal. Like, they're escorting you, and they're not technically on your side, but they're not there to fuck with you. They're there because they don't want to lose the body, and also this shit is like, shit just got real, and they want to see what happens. You roll up to the mansion. One of them just opens the door for you, and the other one does not verbally offer to help take Bogdan into the mansion, but is very clearly offering to help.
I defer to Thorns here for this part of it. It's Thorns' kill. He's not dead, but it's Thorns' kill.
No, I think we need to do this by ourselves. So I'll grab my cousin. Yes, technically speaking.
Yeah.
And carry him myself.
Yeah, you have like 5 might, so there is no problem.
You toss him over your shoulder like a continental soldier.
Like, a lot of people would need to like do a fireman's carry in this case. Nah, Thorns can basically do whatever. It is not a challenge. If you wanted to like bring him in like a waiter with a tray, easily done.
No, because I'm not sure I want to serve him. And in this case, it's literal, since we are bringing him to flesh-eating people. So I'll just grab the knife. I still need to decide what to do with that. I have my coin, and I have my cousin / Titan spawn, which, depending on the pantheon, there's no distinction there, so whatever. Let's go in.
You go in and it is instantly hotter, more humid, and more real on the inside. Like you're not sure how outside was less real, but it feels like it is a like things matter here more. Like this is the real world as opposed to where you were. And if you're led into that same courtyard with the fountain that you skipped Rajit off of, and Mrs. and the daughter's there. I see you upheld your part of the bargain. This is the one?
Yes.
This is the one who killed your comrade.
No wonder he seems like you. You are cousins.
Yeah, I figure out a couple of things in the last day. So I guess part of him being here was because of me, though that's hardly something I can be blamed for. And I'll say that before we proceed with our part of the deal, we're gonna need to have a chat with him and see what happens next. And I'm afraid that's not negotiable. But I have all the intention to uphold our deal here. Okay.
Of course. There is much he has to answer for. And I would be as interested in the results as you, I think. Anyone can give me an empathy or medicine plus cunning.
I do empathy.
I got 1.
3 successes.
I botched, but
Well, I'll take that momentum.
2 momentum.
Nice. Wow.
Wait, that's 2 momentum because you botched.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it.
So David, you got 3, yeah?
Yep.
Congratulations. You just beat a fucking trickster at their own shit. Bogdan's not tied up and is conscious right now. And now he knows that you know. And okay, fine. If Thorns lets him stand up, he will. If Thorns doesn't, then he doesn't have a whole lot of choice in this matter.
I'll let him stand up, and I also have all the intentions to use my one knack, which is the truth arises if opportunity happens, to make him spill beans here.
That almost certainly will. I need to double check the wording. Oh, right, that one. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, give me a roll. This is probably empathy. Subterfuge would work too.
Okay, that's better.
And
I'm just talking to him. I'm just say, okay, Bogdan, it's time for you to admit your admit what you all did to cause this mess. It's simple. It's straightforward. No manipulation. No. So I think that classifies for presence because I'm not going around the.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. It's not a stellar dice pool, and I think I used all my dice energy so far, but we'll see.
I mean, the plus side is that this is a knack roll, so it's not opposed. He can't do shit about it.
Okay. I still managed to roll 4 successes because I rolled 3 10s. Okay.
All right. Yeah. He
10, 10, 10.
You can see on his face, like it is plainly visible to everyone present, that he is trying to lie and physically can't. Like his mouth is moving and he is upset about it. You all right. His accent drops and you're like, ah, interesting. Fine. Yeah, I wanted to cause chaos. Who doesn't? Chaos is fun. You understand. You understand. Points to BP. Maybe not you. Points to Addie. You understand. Points to Mitch. Never mind. I wanted chaos. It's what makes the world fun and better and livable. And I also wanted to come out ahead because who doesn't? No one wants to lose. I wanted the Star of Muruga. It's not particularly useful to me, but if I have it, no one else does. And well, fuck everyone else. So yeah, I gave Karen a sword. I gave Karen the sword of Hurakan because I knew that if I brought a cousin here, they'd get blamed and I'd be able to take the star and no one would be the wiser. And instead, you show up and you show up. I don't know how the hell you got there. And I just don't. And I still got it. I still blamed it on someone else. It just wasn't the Thorns.
Oh yeah, sure. And you would have gotten away with it too, if not for you meddling kids and their little dog too. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Fucking you Scooby-Dooed me. Congratulations. Fucking mystery fan. And you probably already figured out the rest. Yeah, so missing the daughter. Yeah, I killed Rajit because this alliance was too orderly. It's too beneficial to people who aren't me. So I wanted to break it up.
Instead
You
of
understand.
coming in and getting a cut. That's what I don't understand. Not coming in and getting a cut as opposed to trying to fuck things up.
I already had the loot. I already had the loot. What
And
cut?
it's also a family thing, I suspect. But I'll get to you others on that later when we have some piece for that.
And I thought that I could destroy the Alliance. And again, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling kids and your fucking cameras.
Cameras and or thorn bears.
I think we got some real honest answer from Monster here for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
BP look when he says the thing about the cameras, BP looks over at Addie, and all of that frustration that he's had with her for the whole time. He just kind of sighs a little bit and holds up his fist, and she's very enthusiastic about doing a fist bump because it's clear that this is a thing that she wants desperately from him that he does not often give.
Amazing.
Addie, like when she sees it, not only does she commit to the fist bump, she does like this magic girl pose in the process. Like she doesn't actually have cameras out and no one really cares besides her. But like just ecstatic. This is like the best moment of the day. And she just got VR footage of a Scion fight. So like that's saying a lot.
Lots of Eddie aspirations were met today.
You don't know it, but that was one of her
deeds.
deeds and she's accomplished it. Do you have anything else? Do you need to confess? I mean, yeah, I have a lot of things that I could confess to. I don't think any of them matter
important to what we are talking about now.
No, they're not pertinent. Well then, I have the head of the person responsible. Our bargain is fulfilled.
I agree.
Do you have anything further for this creature?
Myself, no. I defer to my friends.
Free empathy check. She will kill him.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with that.
Taurus thinks about the visitation they had and the suggestion to be a little more trickier, and also more than the last time when I basically suggested to Karen that we wanted to interview her. It's more on the trickster side of things here. So, and they aren't totally up to the idea for people of the family they just discovered to die like this. So they suggest another thing. So to Mrs. Nadar. So I'll put a thing out there, as in you do have lost a shape-shifting trickster because of this person. So I think that rather than killing him, it wouldn't be a bad idea to, rather than cutting that head off, you can, I don't know, put a leash on the cousin and see to make him repay the debt in other ways. So, and in a couple of mortal lifetimes. I don't know how you measure Rakshasa value in Lanka and that stuff. I do know you have things going on about circles of rebirth, but I'm not going there because I'm not teaching you lessons about your culture because it's not right. But I'm sure you can find a way to make him repay his karmic weight in a way or another that doesn't involve eating him right now and today. And that's an opportunity, the way I see it. I'm trying really hard.
Your suggestion is interesting and agreeable. You, Bogdan of Chort, you are bound to me. Bogdan's eyes just like bug. Like, up until this point, he's thought that he's gonna die, and he's was pretty okay with it. He's like, yeah, I had a good run, but it's gonna happen. And now he's scared. He was not before. So
I'm gonna try to save his life in a sense, also punish him. It's both, a bit of both.
yeah.
I'm just saying I could have gotten my long-term deed, but someone had to say something.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
That wasn't nice.
He sort of slides forward and turns, moving not of his own accord, moving not of his own limbs. He is sliding and turning to take a place in the stands of this courtyard. He is scared as shit. Like, you're not sure you've ever seen someone this frightened. It was at that moment he realized he had fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You suggested a life for a life, a debt for a debt, and for that, I believe that we have one more thing to accomplish. Rajit's body is here. He will not return to the living, but his travels are not over yet. I sense that you can do something about that. And in exchange for this deal, you will do something about this. And we're going to leave off there. and so this comes to a close with many people looking like they are done being Origin tier. Let's go around, have you talk about who they are, who they've been playing, and if they have anything that they want to promote. David, who are you? Who have you been playing, and what you got?
I'm David Castro. They, them. I've been playing Damien De La Cruz, and I have a website, davidcastro.net, and a Patreon, patreon.com/ Inkstain Studios. I almost forgot my own Patreon for a second there. And you can find me on Twitter at the Inked Knight, all one word.
Elliot, who are you? Who you've been playing? Where can people find your stuff?
I am Elliot Freeman. I've been playing Beauregard Prescott, BP. My stuff is still forthcoming, but you can find me on Discord in the Onyx Path server, or you can follow me on Twitter at Elliot M. Freeman, where mostly I'm just going to be reposting things that my friends are in, or shit posting. So,
I mean, shit posting's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Michaela, who are you? Who you've been playing, and where can people get your stuff?
Hello, I'm Michele Masola. I've been playing Elena Torrance Rappaccini, the Scion of Veles. That's who we met here before. You can find me around on the Onyx Path Discord. If I'm there lurking most of the time, but if you talk about stuff I feel I can discuss, I'll appear. I think it's fittingly on sale for the Christmas in July on the Drive-Thru RPG. My Storypath Nexus supplement for They Came From the North Pole. You can find it there at this very fitting sale, so you can get it there. Other than that, buy Scion stuff because we get to write more, and buy They Came From stuff because we get to write more, and I get to pitch more. So that's appreciated.
I'm Hiromi Cota. They, them. I've been playing everyone else. Thoroughly enjoying my super awesome players. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Hiromi Cota, my website, hiromakota.com. I'm also lurking on the Onyx Path Discord, mainly the Scion channels and the Mage channel, Ascension, not Awakening. I have nothing against Awakening. I just don't know enough to want to participate in conversations about it. And I am sure that I will have Kickstarter or hey, future Hiromi again here. The Scion God Backer Kit campaign is going on now, and you should check it out. I'm in the chat, so I'll put a thing there. We'll see you next time. Have fun. Be safe. Wear a helmet. Don't get stabbed. Wear your seatbelt. Wear a mask.
Don't get shot stabbed.
avoid
Don't
pistol
get
blades.
shot stabbed.
Take care. We are in two pandemics, so be safe about that.
Yes.
Yeah. Entirely too many pandemics. Be safe.